Hello and welcome back to Cinema Savvy. We are back with another watch along tonight, and as you can see from the graphic and the name of the video, we're going to be watching Rock of Ages, the 2012 jukebox musical film. It's based on the Broadway show, and these two guys haven't seen. I can never get these directionals right. These two guys.
It's the opposite.
I've never seen it, and we like doing these watch-alongs, and I think a lot of them actually, apart from the drunk ones maybe, are ones that either one of us or a couple of us haven't seen. So what are your guys' thoughts going into this movie? Because, obviously you guys knew this film was a thing. I think we're all Tom Cruise fans. I know George is. Yeah. Tate, I'm not sure about you. Yeah. Is this one that you just gave a wide berth? Is it just a film that came out and you didn't even acknowledge it when it did? What was your story with this film, or lack of story?
Mine is quite simple. Musicals are my least favorite genre, putting it politely.
That's fair. That's
so
fair.
I do like not Tom of Cruise. I do like Tom Cruise. Sorry, I was getting a bit mixed up with Game of Thrones there. It's a weird one because he went through this sort of from the late noughties to the early tens. It was in this kind of, he's the weird Scientologist guy, and like everyone in the world hated him, and it was all a bit too much. Then he's had his resurgence post Edge of Tomorrow. I think, well, to be fair, Mission Impossible 4 probably really kickstarted the resurgence. And yeah, I'd have been intrigued if this came out during his kind of, I don't want to say he's in his prime right now, because he's kind of just
he's had multiple crimes. He's had multiple crimes throughout his career.
I mean, he's going to space soon, so why not? I mean, if he's going to be flying jets in Top Gun 2, he's going to space soon. He's already played an agent in Tropic Thunder. Why not put him in a musical? Why not hear him sing? At this point, he may be the first human to cover every form of filmmaking style there can ever be. So I'm excited to watch it just for him. I don't know anything about the story. I know absolutely nothing about this film. And again, it's nothing to the film itself. It's just my preference of genre. So I'm intrigued. I do give musicals a go when I want to. However, the last musical I did see is probably La La Land. I don't know if Mary Poppins Returns counts, but and that was a horrific experience. So. I'm hoping it's not
and I bring out the popcorn and
I don't know what you're talking about. But as far as my experience with this film, I want to say that I'm the musical guy on this channel. I've seen a lot of musicals and musical films and everything like that. I just completely avoided this film. I have no particular reason as to why I.
You and a lot of other people, Tate.
Well, I think the reason, the only thing that I can immediately think of is that I'm not the biggest fan of jukebox musicals. I think they're very hit and miss.
You like Mamma Mia, though.
I like Mamma Mia as a guilty pleasure. There's a difference there.
I like this as a guilty pleasure. Don't mistake what I'm saying. This is an absolute guilty pleasure movie we are about to watch.
James Bond does not sing.
Oh, you haven't? He definitely does sing, and it's hilarious. But with a lot of recent, like jukebox musicals, they really have been hit and miss. Loved Rocket Man, hated Bohemian Rhapsody. So you're going to have that kind of balance. And as far as Rock of Ages, I know that it covers a lot of different artists, a lot of different genres. I just completely avoided it. It wasn't anything that I've actively been avoided, but it's just never come around to the time to watch it. So I guess now is the best time.
Now is absolutely the time. And actually, I've just double checked this. This is a fun little coincidence here. Tate, you might actually like this film. So Adam Shankman directed this film. Can you remember what other film Adam Shankman directed?
I'm assuming he's directed a couple of jukebox musicals.
He's directed Hairspray.
Oh, okay.
You like Hairspray, so
yeah, Hairspray's a good film.
There is a chance. There is a chance for you on this one.
Okay.
This is completely my scene. I love 80s music, 80s metal, that whole scene, this whole shebang. This is a movie. This and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood are two movies that I wish I could live in. And yeah, it's exactly what it is on the tin. It doesn't try to be anything different. It's just a really dumb, fun movie. Hopefully it's fun. I think you guys are going to find this an agonizing experience. I'm so sorry, but we did put it to a very fair randomizer, and this is the one that came out. So I'm just saying.
I have no issues with it.
This is going to be. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm not going in thinking, oh, it's going to be shocking, even though I have seen the scores of it on various different things. I'm leaving it there, and I'm just gonna, See if it's up to it.
I'm in this zone where I've been killing zombies on The Last of Us for 4 days straight. I've been shitting myself at 3 in the morning from these clicking things. So it's going to be nice to get away from that for approximately 2 hours.
Imagine
we'll get through it quick.
If there's a character who starts clicking, I'm just going to be.
Oh, it's
we'll get through it
you don't know what
possible,
fear is until the clickers. You go into an empty room with them all there. But no, I'm excited to watch this. You know, it's fun doing these streams. You get to watch films I haven't seen, like Labyrinth, which probably shocked everyone else too.
Yeah. But George desperately needs to get back to Last of Us Part 2, and that is completely fair, and we'll get through this quick. There are actually 2 different cuts of this film, the theatrical and the extended edition. The extended edition was released on Blu-ray, I think. We are watching the theatrical edition, whether you've got it on DVD. We've got it on Netflix right now. It's clocking in at 2 hours, 3 minutes. So make sure you're watching the correct cut, otherwise we're going to be hopelessly out of sync if people are watching at home. But if we've said all the intro, I think we should get to it now, power through it quickly. So everyone get it to 0 and click play in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, it's straight in then.
It is, with Russell Brand's horrendous Brummie accent.
Wait, that's supposed to be a Birmingham accent.
That's like Black Country, Birmingham, yeah. So I went to see this film at a horribly empty cinema screen. It was me and 2 friends and 2 people on the front row, and that was it. And considering this movie only made, was it 59 million on a 75 mil budget, it shows.
Is this something that's been like every Guitar Hero game? Because it just sounds like I'd be playing Guitar Hero.
Paradise. I'm assuming Paradise City. I mean, they named a bloody Burnout game after like the song,
and they used that song. Yeah, that song was like the focal song in it. So I first saw this scene right here, and she's going through a vinyl albums, and it's like, oh, I've got that one, got that one. But I thought, has she got like a portable vinyl player on the bus? It's like, with those
imagine walking around just like, you know, people in the old days had like boomboxes over their shoulders, just like walking around with a vinyl player and then just a, you know, plug-in lead and everything.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's because she had the earphones in and then she was going through the vinyls. I thought, holy shit, were those a thing? Oh, God, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Is anyone watching subtitles? Because it tells me every time a song starts. So
yeah,
I brace myself.
We also get those little tidbits like chuckles.
So Julianne Howe, for syncing purposes, is singing now. So this film is... Go on, sorry.
I said, if I was on a bus and someone started singing, I'd get off. I will get the next one. I will get off. If they don't get off, I will. It's like the tube. Do you ever go on the tube and there's an absolute weirdo in your carriage, so you just get off at the next station and wait for the next one? Happened too many times.
We've got Sheila in the comments who says, I adore the soundtrack of this film. This soundtrack is basically the soundtrack of my life. There is not a dud song on this soundtrack for me. This is all my kind of music. So
I'm going to go ahead and say immediately that it's already kind of different to most musicals I would watch, because the general definition of a musical, or why people burst into song in musicals, is because their emotions are boiling up so much that in any sense that they have to let it out somehow. Like in normal films, that would be an angry rant or a speech or a confession or anything like that. In musicals, oh God.
Oh no, I know that absolutely kills it. But
in musicals, it is I'm exuding my emotion, everything like that. I don't understand why she was singing there.
This is just throw awesome 80s music into a musical tape. Don't try and dress it up for something it isn't. I really like that font, I must say. And the overhead shots of Los Angeles are absolutely beautiful. That's just like a font that I need to download.
Well, if we're looking for a font for our quiz.
Yeah, just right.
Oh, Alec Baldwin's in there.
He is. So we've got Tom Cruise and what's I don't even remember Alec Baldwin's name in the Mission Impossible films.
I don't either. To me now, he's Donald Trump on SNL.
Yeah.
To get the first of many medleys where we can cram even more 80s music into it.
I feel like I should be drinking every time I don't recognize a song.
It's like a cross between Glee and Stranger Things so far.
Yeah. It is this isn't like a very authentic 80s movie to me. It's this sheen, glossy, nostalgic version of what we think the 80s is, but it never quite feels genuine.
I mean, it's got police brutality, so we're in modern day, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. And this is very PG-ified as well. I think if they wanted to do justice to this musical, then they needed to make it a 15. But yeah, they could have done more with it, I suppose. I was going to say, oh yeah, so Tom Cruise's band in this is called Arsenal. Now, I'm not a football fan, but the whole way through the movie, that's all I can think of.
George, how are Arsenal doing at the moment?
We're doing not really well, but we've had a couple of players have coronavirus. Our manager could have died. We're still in the FA Cup. We've won the league in the last 30 years.
Yeah, you won't be able to make that statement in a few weeks' time.
It's not a football channel, so this is the tamest I'm going to leave it.
We're going off topic here.
But I support Arsenal, so I'm already like Tom Cruise even more now. I mean, why would he want to support Liverpool?
I'm already seeing that this would be great as a stage show.
It's good. I've seen the stage show. There's changes they make in the film, which actually I prefer to the narrative. But then again, the stage show... I'd say the stage show is a lot more risque and gets away with a lot more than the film does. Yeah. This is kind of going for that family audience, I guess, like kind of, 12A kind of crowd. I
have a question. Why? Where did Russell Brand come from? Why is he famous?
He did that. This was just after Get Him to the Greek, wasn't it? Because I think we got big in America with that.
First?
Get Him to the Greek. That's how the Americans had him.
No, he was like a stand-up comedian, wasn't he?
Yeah, over here he was. Over here he was like British stuff.
Yeah.
And then he did Get Him to the Greek in America. Yeah. Obviously, he was with Katy Perry as well.
Well, wasn't he on Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yeah, he's more on that. So like he had this small burst across the late noughties to the early 10s, and then faded away.
Yeah.
I mean, when someone says this film, I didn't really want him to be singing.
We've got a toast to Alec Baldwin now and his fine vocal.
Oh no!
I don't care.
It looks like it's what's his name? It looks like it should be Jeff Bridges, but he quit at the last minute.
Yeah.
Could you see it? The thing is, this is a famous musical. All the big stars want to be in famous musical films. That's the thing. Like it's the prestige of being in the adaptations. So I can see it, even if they're in small roles. You know why they want to be in there.
They know exactly what it is, though. They're just having fun with it in this movie. Yeah. So it's it's a couple of million they get.
Tobey Maguire producing it. What?
Who?
Tobey Maguire, producer. Tobey Maguire. What?
It is the Tobey Maguire.
No way.
George, do you suddenly like this movie a whole lot more now? you just see him dancing in the bourbon room.
I'm trying to find out what's happened here.
Now dig on this.
If he produced it, why wasn't he part of the film? That's my question.
He probably cameos somewhere. I didn't know he was a film producer.
You just see this Spider-Man swing past.
In Los Angeles. Still wouldn't be as absurd as seeing him swing through London.
Europe, right? London, Italy, Venice, Czech Republic, Washington, D.C. Where else did he go?
Everywhere apart from New York, I think.
Oh, no, the credit scene was in New York, though. Not that we'd only waited 2 films for it.
We are now being introduced to our most loathsome main characters for this movie.
Have either of them been in anything else other than this film? That's my immediate question.
Julianne Howe's been in a few. I think she's more of like a dancer singer kind of thing. I'll double check. I'm sure they've got some.
So this film was. Sorry, I'm trying to find out why Tayte Maguire was involved in this. It's honestly really disturbing me. They're saying it was off the back of Mamma Mia. They greenlit this film because there's a big picture.
Yeah.
It just says he's a producer. I think he just helped get it greenlit. He went to the premiere. Imagine if he'd wore all black.
Oh
So,
my god! Oh my god! No way, Julianne Howe. What was her first film appearance, George?
I just saw that. Yeah.
Who?
Uncredited
extra first film.
Who's Julianne Howe?
Lead.
The blonde chick in this movie.
Girl.
Oh, what? She had a role in the film?
Yeah.
Probably Spider-Man, because I keep talking about Tobey Maguire.
No, her first film was as a Hogwarts schoolgirl in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone, big difference.
I know. I'm reading it as it is on Wikipedia. Bit of a step up. She then went bit of a step up. Next film was Burlesque.
She was in the remake of Footloose, a remake that should never have existed. She's done a lot of stuff like that.
Dirty Grandpa.
Now that film is funny. I thought that won an Oscar, didn't it?
Dirty Grandpa? No.
Makeup, did it? Not sure.
I thought it got, or did it just get nominated? It was definitely nominated.
No, it wasn't nominated for anything other than
was.
Razzies. It won. It didn't win a single Razzie.
Bad Grandpa was nominated for an Oscar.
Not Bad Grandpa, Dirty Grandpa.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the Jackass one.
No.
Oh yeah, no one watched Dirty Grandpa.
So, what are you guys snacking on tonight? I have custard creams.
I have nothing.
Water. I had my dinner just before we came on. He looks a bit like a young Hagrid, doesn't he? Could you see it?
In the
baggy clothes, the longish hair.
Yeah.
He's got a little pet spider in the back.
You're a wizard, Russell.
So, am I allowed to ask who the lead is?
The leads are these two.
Okay.
These two Disney Channel-esque people.
So you've got the unknown leads, and then they've just got the big names in the supporting roles around them. Is it a gist?
That building looks like a dick. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you know if this guy was in this.
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston. He's amazing in this film. Again, just having fun with it.
Does he sing?
After Breaking Bad.
He doesn't sing, but well, you'll see in a minute. Bryan Cranston would do something like this, though, wouldn't he? Like half the heels of Breaking Bad, one of the most influential TV series of all time, and then he does a thing like this. So this is kind of a change from the stage show, because in the stage show, there's this German construction company that wants to bulldoze the strip to build land and stuff like that, to build like a new complex or something. Whereas in the film, they've gone with kind of what was happening with the political situation at the time, where they were trying to ban certain kinds of music and everything, you know, parental guidance and everything corrupting the youth. So that's one change that I prefer for the film. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
They didn't make the Germans the villains.
They didn't make the Germans the villains. It's very progressive. So much scenery gets chewed every time Catherine Zeta-Jones is on screen.
It's kind of like a thin Donald Trump and Melanie Trump.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, let's bring in her to do the PR bit.
I'm really surprised that I don't know if George is or not, but that you guys haven't seen Chicago.
It's one that I need to watch.
That's the Ewan McGregor one, right?
No, that's Moulin Rouge.
That's my question. I don't know which one is which, but I know that he always starred in one of the two around that point. I've not seen Chicago. I probably won't. I just can't. I just struggle. I'm not good with normal music. It's not even a horrible thing. It's just, you know, if I listen to music, I don't know what I'm listening to. I tend to find them out from films. Although I've discovered Run the Jewels, which it's not really music, it's more rap, but
yeah,
they're pretty cool to listen to in the car.
We just missed one of my favorite lines in the movie.
Which was?
I'm married to a woman who looks like she's been hibernating in Margaret Thatcher's bumhole.
Oh, it's the Birmingham accent.
I know, it's so bad. One of the American actors could have probably done a more convincing Birmingham accent than that.
It's like what's his name? from Sons of Anarchy in Green Street. The worst Cockney accent in history. Charlie Hunnam, that's the one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Frodo was in that film, which is even weirder still.
He also was it King Arthur, Legend of the Sword? That was bad as well.
The Arsenal thing's really getting to me now. They've only said it twice.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things in this scene, though, because I love record stores, is looking for all of the albums in the background and like just picking them all out. Oh God, here we go. Here we go. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus.
They would have intentionally put the albums in there as well.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they wouldn't have done it by choice.
She's a way better singer than he is.
Have any of them gone on to do anything?
I think they've mostly... She's like a singer, dancer predominantly. She has done some acting things, but she's more like musical side. The thing is, the way she sings, she's very modern. She has that kind of Britney Spears kind of lilt to how she sings. And I wish they'd have cast someone for both of them that have more of a bite to their vocals, that are more rock orientated. I don't know. She kind of sings a bit saccharine sweet. It doesn't really... I don't know. It doesn't really go with the image, I suppose.
So they're doing a medley. How many medleys are there?
So we had the intro one, which was 3 songs. We've got this one, which is Jukebox Hero, Foreigner, and I Love Rock and Roll, Joan Jett.
Yeah.
There's another one towards the end, which is We're Not Gonna Take It, Twisted Sister, and We Built This City by Starship. There's a few, I think. No, there's another one, Heaven and More Than This.
Is there any songs where there isn't a medley? It's just one person singing. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. They the Elton John glasses. I actually really like the medleys in this song. I think they go really well together.
They're very catchy, as in the beats.
I hate this next line now because it makes no sense.
What?
Here we go. Here we go. You get stage fright. He just sang a song in the middle of a fucking record store in front of everyone, and he can't get on stage and sing because he gets stage fright. I guess you could probably infer that that was an internal exuberance of his emotion and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
I just realised he looks like Logan Paul, and now I can't.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, he's in. He's in. Say yes. Say yes. Okay. Okay, he's doing good.
This is very American.
It is.
Like unbelievably American.
Just burn the record store with yourself inside the building. You're done. You fucked up.
I thought I'd go for a chest pump there for a second. Oh shit!
Oh, it's this bit.
This is when he turns into Heisenberg.
I love the way he eats that strawberry. Sheila says, I'm surprised that Chris isn't singing along. I'm really restraining myself. I don't want to be that guy that sings over the entire movie.
If you want to hear Chris singing, then tune into the quiz where we'll probably be singing.
No, George is the resident singer.
George is the resident singer. Does that mean that George has to sing out the answers to that one round?
I don't know any of the questions or any answers, so...
We will send you the clips, don't worry, George. We'll send you the clips.
The question is, will I press play?
To be honest, there's no... I know you guys don't know the majority of the songs in this. You will know some, I guarantee. But the lyrics are coming up on subtitles, so it is like a sing-along. So please feel free.
Did he get nominated for a Razzie?
Probably.
I haven't actually checked to see if.
I think it did get some. I'm just going to turn the light on.
It's more the Russell Brand bit.
Let's have a look.
Oh, that accent.
God, it's Scientology.
I want one of these phones.
I don't think it was nominated for a Razzie.
Favorite two characters right now: Paul Giamatti, who's great in everything, and Tom Cruise.
He always looks like he's wearing a fake disguise.
Yeah,
and everything. I can't.
Tate is just intently watching the screen. Well, he looks like he's trying to study it, trying to dissect it.
Wait! Oh my word! Bloody young old wrestler.
Oh, is it? Do you know which one it is?
Oh man, I think his WCW name was Diesel. Oh my god, it's really bad. I've forgotten his name. That's embarrassing. Kevin Nash.
Oh shit! Is it? Oh, okay.
Famously tore his quads twice getting into the ring.
Or getting into the ring.
Yeah, Vince McMahon did it once too. That was funnier because he's the CEO of the company.
That'll put you out for ages. Bloody hell. I actually think this is probably not too dissimilar to Tom Cruise's real life dressing room in this scene.
So, Chris, when you said you wanted to live in this film,
oh, this room right here, yeah, absolutely.
It's like a level on The Last of Us.
Yeah, I could live in this room. I think, yeah, this room's really good to live in. I could spend a lot of time in this room, a lot of quality time in this room, I think. So Tom Cruise does this weird thing in this movie where he kind of like stands like this all the time, like with his shoulders back, like arching his back. I don't know why, because no rocker ever did that. Really didn't want to see that, but okay.
Why is this tarnishing Tom Cruise's image in my mind?
I mean, some singers in the scene did wear assless chaps. I just don't know if I needed to see full-on cinema screen wide Tom Cruise cheeks on camera. You know what I mean? I will say this is probably the most painfully choreographed song in the entire song. In the entire movie, sorry.
The most painfully
choreographed song
in the entire song. Beautiful.
I swear, though, they throw some Michael Jackson Beat It dance moves in there.
Sorry, just not to get current political again, but it just sounds like the sort of thing that would be spewed out, doesn't it?
So this was the moment where I knew I was entering weird territory for this movie when I first saw it.
I just can't believe Tobey Maguire produced this.
Believe it.
Post Spider-Man.
Someone should just add him in every scene. Just.
It's like what happened after Spider-Man 3. He produced Rock of Ages, and then he became a professional poker player. That's what you call a career. Imagine playing poker and you come up against Spider-Man.
So what's about to happen has forever ruined Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar. You know how where you just see images that correspond to music? This film kind of ruined that.
Bryan Cranston.
You're about to see some shit. Elizabeth Bradley says, "This is where I cringe." Yeah. This is where like your whole body cringes inward to the point where you implode. George's face.
I don't know. This isn't what I expected. And I expected.
I love this movie, and I didn't expect this.
Is this going to ruin Breaking Bad as well?
Yeah, probably. Although you did see him in his underpants in that movie. Probably the same white Y-fronts, actually. But points for editing, though. They're getting it in time with the beat. Tate's leaning in like, yeah! Beat It. That's the Beat It dance. I swear that was the Beat It riff as well.
This is bad from Catherine Zeta-Jones. Seriously.
She's having fun with it. She's not a bad singer. She's done it before, you know, Chicago. She done any other musicals and stuff, or is that the main one she's done?
That is the main one. But see what else she's done.
This is before all the surgery as well, I guess. Or
Well, actually, it looks like she's had a lot right here, which is a shame because she was quite a looker.
She was 33 when this came out.
Yeah,
I'm 43. Sorry, I got the year wrong.
Oh, great song. So, okay, this song's playing in the background right here. Oh, Sherry by Steve Perry, singer of Journey, or the former singer of Journey. Bear that in mind because something doesn't make sense in the universe of this movie. If Steve Perry exists.
Why does Steve Perry show up at some point in the film?
No, so he should, but he doesn't. It's at the end of this scene coming up. So Drew, the main character, says he's working on a song. He's writing a song. That song's Don't Stop Believing. But we live in a world. I think he's wearing a Journey shirt, actually. Eclipse, one of their albums. So that means that Journey exists in this world, but Journey didn't write. I'm thinking way too much about this. They didn't write Don't Stop Believing because he wrote it. I don't know.
So what you're saying is the lore is just...
The lore's fucked, yeah. They do it with the Twisted Sister song later on in the movie as well. That was me getting ready for the stream.
How'd you get your hair to even do that? Seriously.
I want it to do more, and it just kind of doesn't. It just kind of falls flat. Is this where I go through the various... Well, the two hair products that I used before this?
I gelled my hair yesterday for the second time in 3 months, and it was bloody nightmare.
George, you're catching up with me now, mate.
It's like Count Dooku, mate. Like, you know, he has that weird pullback, but then it curls at the bottom upwards.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. I was like, nothing like Christopher Lee, but it's a Star Wars link. I just want my hair just to open up now.
So
I mean, Tate, as someone that likes musicals, are these good musical voices? Because I can't even know from the standard. Because I would know what a good musical voice is.
Hers is reasonably okay. His is not.
It's too poppy. It's too modern sounding. That's why I don't like it. I wish
hers is better. There is some authenticity to her voice. His isn't. It's like...
So actually, the first of the extended scenes would be coming up in this scene. On the whole, I actually prefer the theatrical cut. I think it moves at a much better pace. Various transitions and...
So they just like bang at the Hollywood sign or something?
No, so after she says, "I'm so happy," in the extended cut, it slowly zooms into Drew's head, and then she's suddenly dressed in like a see-through white dress and kind of does a lap dance around the metal bars, continuing to sing "I've Been Waiting for a Girl Like You." And then after it goes into his head, she then goes down, and it's implied that she then gives him head. And then the scene ends.
So I wasn't wrong.
Yeah. And then the scene just goes right back to normal. It's really out of place and weird. So, but the trade-off is, with the extended edition, there is one extra song in there, which is very, very good. "Rock You Like a Hurricane." So the perfect cut of Rock of Ages exists between the theatrical somewhere and the extended edition, or a couple of scenes in the extended. It kind of changes it as well, like the dynamic, because this is just sort of that Disney love at first sight kind of shit that's, you know, in all musicals pretty much. Whereas if you add that extended scene in where he's just like, yeah, I'm just thinking about her banging me right now. Oh yeah, she's still talking about herself. Okay, yeah, I need to act concerned. Which I guess does go on, but you know, I guess that's more realistic. Oh, I'm a pig.
We have Sheila putting in the comments a step-by-step guide of how to get your hair like that. Which I'm going to pull up now. You take part your hair and use a hairbrush to push up the back section down to the root. So you do something called teasing. It kind of knots the hair at the root and gives it volume.
And it's a bloody bitch to comb out as well the morning after. Don't try it. It will ruin your hair. So yeah, see, this just like moved straight into this next bit, which I think flows better.
This is one of the musicals where there isn't really dialogue. It just goes into the next song.
This is weird now because they're both singing at the same time. And it sounds weird. It sounds like I've been waiting for a boy like you. And I think it should have alternated between the two.
I just don't buy their relationship straight off the bat.
It is what it is. It's just as I said, it's just like a Disney Channel thing. Just run with it. This is just the noise. This is the stuff that I just like. Get this off my screen and get back to Tom Cruise being awesome. But I like the music and the setting and the decade, so it's just kind of
I've been waiting for a goal like you.
I've been waiting for a boy like you. It's weird. Yeah. Hey, folks, I guess the chest bump worked.
Film's over. Film is over.
It's a far more compelling love story than La La Land.
No, it's not. Absolutely not. I will fight you over that.
Oh, here we go. You're going to sing me a song. No, I can't. I get stage fright. Motherfucker, you have now sang two songs. 2 songs in front of her. Oh, God, there is a joke coming up, which... I might just end the stream after the joke. It's awful. It physically hurts. You know when a joke's so shit? Okay, here we go.
Is the joke that he wrote that song in a night?
Well, there's that, but it's his line after he finishes playing in a minute.
Oh, this is bringing back memories of Glee, isn't it? Of course.
Oh God, here we go. Reserved silence for the worst line in cinema history. No, I can't believe you wrote it either because Steve Perry wrote that song.
Ooh.
I do have some gentleman's jack here. I should have probably drank after that.
I'm very tempted. There is a cider downstairs in the fridge. I'm very tempted to go get it.
This suddenly becomes halfway through another drunk watch along. Just drown the bitch. It could suddenly like intercut it with Jaws. Everyone off the beach. It's that crash zoom. Alec Baldwin's got the right idea here. He just realised he was in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't even part of the scene.
Because they would have read the script, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on paper, it wouldn't be bad because the musical is just words, it's songs.
I guess so.
Do you think it's when he walks onto set, sees the costume design, sees the sets, and realizes that what have I got myself into?
The costume design's fine because he looks like Joe Exotic right now. So,
and then find out his colleague was going to be Russell Brand.
My God, imagine if Joe Exotic was playing Alec Baldwin's character right now.
I'd be so fine with that.
Problem is, Americans hadn't heard of Birmingham until Peaky Blinders 3 years ago. So they're probably like, what on earth is this voice?
I need the spin-off movie about concrete balls so I can pass judgment on that statement.
It's about this giant transformer from
and directly below the enemy scrotum.
You know, that came out
the falling.
That came out 11 years ago, I think, today, because I got a Facebook notification saying seeing Transformers tomorrow. Good times.
I did see that film 4 times, so it must have done something right.
I saw Rise of Skywalker 4 times, don't fear.
I've thankfully only seen Rise of Skywalker once and only seen the first 2 Transformers films once and none of the others.
I
Hang on. 3 songs, no covers. What song do they play? They play 1 song and it's a cover. So again, I guess in this universe, does
he play Don't Stop Believing?
That's at the very end of the movie. He plays I Wanna... Sorry if anyone hasn't seen this before. Spoiler alert. He plays I Wanna Rock by Twisted Sister. So I guess Twisted Sister also doesn't exist in this universe because he also wrote that song, apparently.
That's a cold thing
she's just jaded. She's just damaged. Don't listen to her.
Literally, the spotlights are so bright they will burn him alive on stage.
I need to double check something about this song. When did this song come out?
Not to sound too ACD, if they said how much time has passed.
We got an hour and 30 left.
No, I mean as in how much time has passed in their relationship.
There was a montage.
Yeah, like I'm not to harp on it, but you know what I mean.
I'd say there were a couple of months, maybe.
You know what, I could imagine the song from Star Is Born being sung in this film.
What, Shallow?
That's the one.
Yeah.
So this song came out in 1990, so this is historically inaccurate, sorry, that this song is in this musical. I'm not a fan of this song, I have to say. This is probably the only song that I don't like in the film.
I wouldn't say it was a rock song.
It was by a rock band, and it was as it was entering the 90s, and power ballads were really big. So it's when bands started going unplugged and started playing acoustic guitar songs more, which is fine. I think they were versatile. Again, so there was a scene cut out in between there. I think this flows better. So before this part, I like how this song just continues straight into this new song now, Heaven. In the extended edition, there's this whole drawn-out 5-minute sequence where Russell Brand's character comes on and has to set up the microphone and tie the bandana around it. And he's like testing the mic. And then Drew's getting nervous and knocks over the microphone. It just breaks the flow of the film. Oh, we have lost George. He's like, I've had enough of this shit.
George just like, nah, fuck this. I'm out.
Too far away. He's back.
I'm back. Sorry, I had a family discussion for 5 seconds. Apparently, we don't have any stamps in the house like I would know the answer. I don't think I missed anything.
Why didn't she go up on... Hold on. Why didn't she go up on the stage and duet?
She's being possessed against the wall.
Because she's working, Tate. She's not part of the band. She's just a groupie.
It's the plot twist. There's no one in the crowd.
There actually isn't at the moment. They're just sound checking right now. So
I'm super surprised that they didn't make a joke version of this film like they did with like Twilight, Scream. You know, like scary movie styled movie of this.
I don't think they were. This is probably big enough at the time. I mean, it was big, but I don't think it was on their level of let's parody it.
I think this is already tongue in cheek enough, isn't it? Like it's kind of already a parody.
It's missing that next level of her like tripping down the stairs and falling into a dumpster, you know.
All these Motorhead signs are actually going to be in this film, Chris. Drake,
here we go.
They've got Lemmy in.
What's the timestamp? I can't. Netflix does it weird.
124 left, or 124, 45 left.
38 something. 38 something.
We're finally introduced to the saving grace of this movie. I really wish he'd have showed up to the premiere of Mission Impossible dressed like that. I should have took a Rock of Ages poster with me instead. Be the one guy.
It literally is a premiere. Wait, they've even named his character after the real life man.
But yeah, I guess so.
I can't believe Kevin Nash is his bodyguard.
See what I mean with how he walks? He's like walking with this anterior pelvic tilt for some reason.
Just think, they're going to save the world together soon.
Yeah. I wonder if it's going to be for... Oh, no, it's a separate movie, isn't it? I was going to say, would the final Mission Impossible movie be in space?
I mean, it's a double part. Why not?
Because why... Yeah, exactly.
The end of the first film has the villain send him off into space as "You'll die now, Mr. Bond," and then the second part's Tom Cruise in space coming back down to Earth. Oh, the worst thing is he's taking this really seriously.
I know.
Can't he just be like Tropic Thunder, Tom Cruise?
I really love this background music, and I can't find it anywhere. It's not on the soundtrack.
Chris, this is painful.
It's great. So we have Elizabeth getting a bit sweaty in the comments because Tom Cruise is on screen.
Chris, you appear to have also gone bright red.
It's just the effect that Tom Cruise has on me, man. What can I say? Like this. Goals. Here's Silk Spectre from Watchmen.
Oh, so it is. I haven't really seen her in anything else.
It's probably this and Watchmen for me. Yeah, they're probably the only two I've
Her
seen.
name is Constance Sack.
That's from the stage show. That's not a film thing, so... She's kind of a bit more of a nerdy, militant, protesting kind of character in the stage show against the destruction of the strip. In this, they turn her into a... Actually, she might still be a reporter for the Rolling Stone in the stage show as well. I can't remember. In terms of direction, I mean, I've never seen Hairspray. Visually, does it look kind of similar to Hairspray in terms of the musical stage numbers and everything? Or
it looks like from the posters, it looks like a similar vibe. From I remember the trailers when that film came out.
So with Hairspray, because all the songs are, I want to say original songs, they're not songs that are written beforehand. All of the scenes, all the songs that are sung, it's like a set piece, just like a standard musical. So, like the opening scene, you got dances in the street and everything like that, everyone getting involved in, and everything like that. In every single number, it's like that. So there's always something different happening, something going on. The time between the scenes as well. I mean, Hairspray is a lot more of a colorful film, I'd say, than this. This is quite moody.
yeah, I'll agree with that. Yeah, I don't really like the color palette of this film. I think it works in some scenes, but not others. I will say though, the director of Hairspray probably has a thing for and this has a thing for Scientologists. I mean, he had Travolta in Hairspray, and he's got Tom Cruise in this one, so that's a running theme. I don't know. I think Tom Cruise is great in this film. I love this quote. This scene's extended as well in the other version, but I like the pace of this one better. I think it drags a little bit in the extended one.
She looks like someone out of like a Tim Burton film. One of the Batman ones. What's her name?
Oh,
Before
like Selena Kyle, Vicky Bale kind of look to her.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is set in the 80s. Batman was what, 89, and then when was it 92? Returns, I think.
Was that Real Monkey?
Yeah.
I'm very surprised that no one complained. I love monkeys though, but yeah.
So it just goes like rabid on set one day and just starts eating someone's face.
Revolution.
No! Something about the costume designer on that. Like, what did you do at work today, honey? Well, I made a leather costume for a chimp. Like, not a chimp, it's a baboon, isn't it? Or whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. So, Tate, in answer to your question, we have solo song coming up now. Well, we've already had the I've Been Waiting for a Girl Like You one, so I guess that counts as well.
Yeah, but that became a duet.
Okay, well, this is a solo song then. I think 2 of Stacey Jax's songs in this are solo ones. So,
was he the one who actually sings? That's the question. Is he the one who actually sings?
Yeah, he is. He's not bad. He's we Bon Jovi fans in the house? No.
I can only give you one song.
Living on a Prayer.
Yeah.
You Give Love a Bad Name. Bad Medicine.
I can do. You give the first one you said. That was on Guitar Hero too, I think.
Mm-hmm. What did you say the name of the wrestler was again? Sorry.
Kevin Nash.
He gets a little solo in a minute.
Oh.
Well, not solo. I think, well, a duet technically. But he does sing. Kind of. A little bit. That was a full bottle of Jack Daniels he just threw there. Here we go. There you go.
Oh my god, we're not even halfway through.
George, if you want to peace out and go play some Last of Us Part 2, I will not hold it against you, my friend.
I will carry on.
You've made it this far. I'm proud of you.
Looks like he's just done a line of coke on the stage.
I think he's a solid singer. You know, I mean, he ain't Bon Jovi, but then again, Who is?
I'm trying to think of who he sounds a bit like.
It sounds like Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah.
I'd go to a Stacey Jacks gig. Why not? Puts on a good show. It's pyrotechnics and shit.
Sorry, guys, I'm changing the subject ever so slightly because Chris, you want to hear this.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton isn't just in talks for The Flash. He's in talks to make other appearances in DC projects to bring the universes together. Warner Brothers has not commented on the speculation, but he would basically be the Nick Fury of DC.
Oh my
But
god!
he's already in Marvel.
Yeah, but he was Batman first. Yeah, that's.
I just need another Tim Burton Batman film. Just give me that. I just need that.
Could we get like the Spider-Verse, but all the Batmen?
Michelle Pfeiffer could still play Catwoman. So he was absolutely standing on a box for this. I'm just trying to see if she's actually taller than him. If there's a way that I can find out. I don't know if IMDb has height. I mean, if I was Tom Cruise, I'd be like, can we do another take on this? I wasn't happy with that one. Now we're gonna have to go a third time.
It'll be like the Bane thing where like Tom Hardy was smaller than everyone. They like elevated the boots. And they'd film it like the over-the-shoulder shots to make him look taller.
Wait, no, he probably is quite a lot taller, actually. Let me just double-check.
How tall is Tom Cruise?
I'm just finding out right now. I will have the answer in a second. So she's 5'3", he's 5'7".
Of course, there's a nun.
This movie isn't exactly subtle, George. Like, there's two nuns.
Oh, there's two. No, there are two of them.
Oh God, Russell Brand, please fuck off before you embarrass yourself. Oh no.
Please tell me he gets hit by a car.
I wish. Why do I even like this movie? I'm cringing more than the both of you combined.
It's the soundtrack.
It is. It's the soundtrack and the setting. Yeah, I know. I know.
It just, I'm not hating on this specifically. It just sounds like every other musical I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Is that real? That looked like a puppet, man.
That was a real monkey slapping a real girl's ass. You're never going to find that in any other movie.
Direction notes for that scene. The monkey then slaps the girl's ass.
That was in the script. And Tobey Maguire produced this movie.
This is what Sony did to him.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah, was this the year after Amazing Spider-Man 1?
Same year.
Was it? Oh,
this is how crazy Gotham made him. You want all the respect? Bring. Maybe that's why I started doing poker. He's gonna buy it. He's gonna win enough money to buy the Spider-Man rights back.
Self-finance. Yeah. Oh, yeah. God, I hope he. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's 1992 was the last one. Michael Keaton might be coming back as Batman. Stranger things have happened.
Could that be the most insane return to a franchise ever? That's got to be up there, right? Michael Keaton in a Batman film.
In the costume again. He could still play it. He could absolutely still play it.
I mean, he's been Birdman, Falcon, the founder of McDonald's, like
Falcon, Vulture.
Sorry, yeah, wrong winged person. And he's going to be in Morbius, the Vampire Slayer.
Oh God, he is. Yeah. When's that coming out? I forgot. Was that this year or pushed back to next?
They delayed it to next year, I think.
Can they just keep delaying it and just delay it some more? I don't want to take the shine away from his portrayal as the Joker, you know.
Tom Cruise looks disgusted. I don't like how seriously he's taken this.
I think someone's got to keep it serious, right? That's why it works. He's the straight man in the film.
It's like the Fast and Furious franchise, you know. To The Rock, it's a good laugh. It's him having fun like the rest of us. To Vin Diesel, it's Shakespeare. It's his Shakespeare. Each one is a fellow act to his 300-year legacy. You know, Magnet Planes coming next year.
Oh, can't wait. Bring it on.
What can they do next? Honestly, Magnet Planes. Like, who would have?
They got a magnet plane. Like, yes.
It's when Chris Werner directs a Fast and Furious film, and like,
no,
because
he'll make it grounded and serious, and it'll be black and white, and it'll be terrible.
Could you see Fast and Furious going to space?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
With Tom Cruise,
I could probably see it in the next Hobbs and Shaw movie.
Vin Diesel's there at like the rocket station with Tom Cruise, and he just sits there, one last ride.
Are they going to, stop a heist on the International Space Station or something?
Yes.
I could see
it's
that.
All part of Charlize Theron's plan. First, she tried to get Russian nuclear launch codes and launch them from a submarine. Her next step is to go into space and...
I recognize the song. Wait a sec.
Is this meant to be a relationship thing happening, or is he just bullying her?
Yeah. Because she gets him. She's got to him. She understands him. It's weird how Tom Cruise has played it like that.
Though, sadly.
Because in the stage show, Stacey Jacks is, I mean, you guys probably won't know who this is, but David Lee Roth, who was the singer in Van Halen. Like, if you're going to sum the 80s up as one person, this whole scene, it would be him. Absolutely manic, crazy, borderline transvestite frontman for Van Halen, completely larger than life. That's what Stacey Jacks' character is basically like in the stage show, which I think works. Whereas in this, he's kind of played it as more of a stoned, constantly high, drunk, drawn-out rock star.
I would have paid to see Ozzy Osbourne play this role. Could you imagine?
God. No, I can't. I don't want to imagine. And Tom Cruise is about to achieve dream number 2.
He just enjoyed this film.
Sing into that ass, Tom. Yeah, they have clothes on sex right now. George just chugging whenever he's drinking in that 2-pint glass. I love it.
It's the same guy that wouldn't let Katie Holmes see The Dark Knight. And he was still with Katie Holmes at this point. Do you think she watches about Tom? What was wrong with Batman?
It's 12A. Keep all your clothes on.
This is not.
They both finished. They both finished with clothes. I guess they were very eager. I don't know, but okay. Imagine if she died from that. Just like bounced her head off the floor.
Bleeding out. So wait, when did she get in the limo? What?
Yeah, when he grabbed her tit before this, he said, "There's a cut glass bottle of scotch in the limo outside. Bring it to my dressing room." And of course, she was like, "Oh my God, Stacey Jacks. Okay, yeah, I'll do that." And then
Perfect impression. But save that for this Thursday when we do the quiz.
well, Tate, you need to get that impression for when you play Padme in the greatest drunk watch along there will ever be. July 4th, announcement coming soon.
Huh.
No!
Is he going to bang her now singing the same song?
No, they're going to do a very... So in the stage show, he does bang her. In this, it's all a misunderstanding for drama. And that's why I quite like the stage show, because it's morally grey stuff, you know?
Sorry, I was laughing at the Arsenal quote, not the actual.
That is a really shit band name.
So I think the extended edition, while it's still like pointless drama, it kind of makes this misunderstanding a bit more, because when she faints, there's a cut scene where she wakes up and Drew's there and he's like trying to wake her up, and he says like she goes like, "Oh, I just fainted in front of Stacey Jackson." He says, "Yeah, I think most women do." And she kind of condescendingly goes, "Oh, don't worry, I'll be fainting in front of you in no time." And it kind of seems very disingenuous.
George is also like, "We want Arsenal."
Oh, this is cringe now.
Does he sing a really, really sad song?
Like a little 6-year-old trying to be a rock star. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Stage.
He's going to be really angry.
You're with him! You brought him here to kill me! Sorry. It just slipped out. I'm sorry.
Can you just picture you and McGregor in the background?
So yeah, this is his 3 songs, no covers.
This just reminds me of SpongeBob SquarePants. Gubba 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 rock.
It's also absolutely pointless that he's got a guitar, because I don't think he actually plays it this whole song, and he already has a lead guitar. It looks like he's got 2 lead guitarists and two leads and 1 rhythm, and then he's got a 4th one and just does absolutely nothing with it.
Seriously, I can't get the SpongeBob theme out of my head now. It's also sung better than this song currently.
That makes me feel really old, Tate, that I knew this song as the song before it, and you only know it from SpongeBob SquarePants. The important thing is, though, you know the song.
Yes.
No, he just took his guitar off and handed it to someone off stage. Like, what was the point? Did he just want to be a poser and just have a guitar?
So, guys, what do you think the worst thing about this film is so far? Like, which person?
Probably him. Probably Drew.
Him over Russell Brand, easily.
Yeah. Russell Brand does get some funny moments later on, just in terms of the scenes. But he's just in. I don't buy him for 1 minute as this like rock singer or anything like that. Best things in the movie, Paul Giamatti.
Didn't he play the manager of the band in the what the fuck now? Straight Outta Compton? Wasn't Paul Giamatti the dodgy manager as well?
gets all pissy and moany. I just want to like just smash that bottle and glass him right now. Is that moral?
Yes, I'll have a cheeseburger with fries.
Just keep looping that. It's like the Katie Holmes Batman Begins. Your father would be ashamed of you.
The spotlight, she was right.
Thank you, Damaged Lady, for that amazing piece of foreshadowing. For me, GMI will always be the orangutan in Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes film.
They should have done a cover of Fame.
Forever. Sorry.
They should have done Fame by David Bowie after he said that.
Wrong genre, probably, but
Is he wanking himself off on stage?
yes. With a champagne bottle. I think. Or a prop. Oh, yeah, it's a champagne bottle.
It's like Triple H.
It's all about the game and how you play it.
I mean, he was pretty much best mates of Lemmy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, came out to 2 Lemmy songs, didn't he? I think
He's brought him out to
King of
WrestleMania
Kings,
a few
was that another
times.
one?
Yeah, he performed at WrestleMania a couple of times. I think Triple H got to do a speech at his funeral.
Mm.
I just realized this is Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
It looks like Russell Brand from a distance.
It took you that long in the film to realize that this was Tom Cruise. Interesting.
So
No, I mean just this song.
in the behind the scenes of this scene, apparently they had a couple of members of Def Leppard in the crowd at the very back. There's a couple of cameos from some 80s singers in this film, but they just like push them off way in the back where you're never going to see them anyway.
Like, I thought he'd have a lot smaller role, so fair play to him for.
I want to check if she's been in anything else.
Who? Oh, Malina.
Her.
So have you recognised any songs in this film so far, you two?
I've recognised
Any
most.
at all?
One or two. Music's, and I recognize the beats, not the lyrics, because I know they're
Right.
changing the lyrics around.
Oh, this one's intact. This is like the full song. This is pretty much on the money.
Is it?
Yeah.
This just demonstrates my knowledge of music.
Yeah, she hasn't really been in much. I'll put it that way. Or she's been in a lot, just not big films
Mm.
or TV or anything.
So for syncing purposes, we have 54 minutes left.
Yeah. George clicking.
Smith says, "God, not one note off you, Chris." I said I'm restraining myself. No. Believe me, no one needs to hear that. No one wants to hear that. If that ticker of people watching will just ebb away and then go into like minus figures.
Oh, we've gone past the halfway point. Is this how you felt on Indiana Jones 4?
I was just hating my life on Indiana Jones 4. Yeah, probably. Well, you were hating Indiana Jones 4 as well. I think, no, Indiana Jones 4 is more painful because you're kind of seeing like the destruction of a legacy of a wonderful cinematic trilogy before it. This is just, you knew exactly what you're getting involved with. You know?
I agree with you on the fact that her voice is very poppy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it makes sense. She is a pop singer, but I just don't think she was the right fit for this role.
I think,
and again, I don't know who could have done it. I don't know many sort of modern singers who were in that genre or anything.
This was 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want an actor first, then a singer, or do you want a singer first, then an actor?
Doesn't matter as long as they can do the two.
That's a fair comment.
Yeah.
This is the thing, like with Rocket Man, I know it's very different. So I don't really count Bohemian Rhapsody as a musical, but you look like Freddie Mercury you hired. And I think he was great as for the look. But the teeth, the voice, you know, we did blend his voice and you didn't. You probably said you did. You probably put his audio on like -1 decibel, then just put the Queen soundtrack over the top so you couldn't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked Rocket Man's approach to the music as well. I think that it was actually a musical, and the music influenced the emotions and advanced the story, which a good musical should do.
And you've got the guy that owns the rights, you know, to his life, saying, "Okay, put the drugs in, put this in, put that in." Not that you have to, but it's like I'm going to give you an honest look into how it was.
Again, could have done more. It could have. Yeah. It still felt like it was being restrained a little bit, but at least it went those places more so than the vaguely hinted at with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah,
Bohemian Rhapsody disappointed me in almost every single facet, and I don't know how it came away with winning an Oscar.
I must say, I have
because it came out at Oscar season.
Other than Rami Malek,
and everyone loves Queen.
Oscar, apart from the fact that he wasn't singing.
Because he looked like Rami Malek. Sorry, he looked like Freddie Mercury. That's why. It came out in October. Everyone went and watched it. Queen was #1 in the charts. Every Oscar voter watched that and thought, "Oh my god, it's Freddie Mercury." And yeah,
the editing though was awful, and it won Best Film Editing.
They win 4 Oscars.
What they won for
sound. Probably both the sounds, editing, and something else.
Yeah, and then editing and lead actor. She becoming a stripper?
Waitress first.
Then stripper.
Then stripper. And it's actually funny, when she does become a stripper, she actually wears more clothes as a stripper than she did before in any other part of the film.
That is just.
I'll say one of the best things about this film is the choreography on the pole dancers. It's absolutely incredible, some of the stuff they do in this film. And I really like this version of the song as well. It's just really, really short.
Best voice in the film so far.
Oh, God, yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Very jumpy on the editing, though.
Yeah, I don't think the numbers in this movie are particularly covered very well, like cinematography or anything.
Like literally jumping every half second.
Mm-hmm. I'm not quite sure about that whole shimmy thing though they're doing. I don't know what's going on with that, but haven't seen anyone do that move.
Literally just
Oh,
line.
it hurts. Oh God, I can feel that. Pole burn, pole burn.
Chris, do you get pole burn often?
All the time. You should see the bruises.
Oh, Bryan Cranston.
I forgot they're in this. You know, even out of this for so long.
Yeah.
I'm going to double check really quickly while she's giving this backstory to see if by any divine chance that Tobey Maguire features in a cameo in this movie.
I will find him if he is.
I will find him.
He'll be in a black suit on the dance floor. And Mary Jane's like waitressing away. And then there's Bryce Dallas Howard.
Knew how much I loved you.
Find us some, what is it? Find us some shade.
We've got James Franco on the upper tier with his little binoculars doing that smile.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed the entire backstory there.
She had a friend who had a thing with Stacey Jacks, and they had sex, and he made her feel like an absolute woman, and then he left, and then she never heard from him again.
So not even. So it was her. But
Yeah.
Obviously, but why didn't? It's just.
Oh, good song.
Yeah, but not sung very good.
Exactly. But it's.
Oh look, he's promoted. He's been promoted to the John Travolta jacket. Just Paul Giamatti singing this.
Yeah, he's singing right now.
Does he play the same like character in every single film? Like really likable, but probably going to backstab you, but likable still.
Kind of, yeah. He always plays like a kind of slimy, sleazy character from what I've seen. In Ironclad, he plays the villain really fucking well, actually. And then you've got
the Rhino.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Planet of the Apes. He's in a bunch of stuff. He's always a really good character actor.
He was good in Sideways.
I think I've seen that.
Have you not?
I didn't see Straight Outta Compton again. Straight Outta Compton was good because that was what Bohemian Rhapsody wanted to be. It was like you know, for a start, you got Ice Cube's son playing Ice Cube, who's a spitting image of his dad, which is terrifying. But that was really well done. They didn't hide from anything. Even when they're shooting each other and stuff, they covered like the whole band stuff, and it was well written and well acted.
I remember him being in 12 Years a Slave.
I think he was one of the slave owners, or one of the transporters.
He was good in The Illusionist, actually.
Oh, I forgot he was in that. Yeah.
Yeah. This sequence just feels a bit lackluster.
Dude's got a castle.
Just get a better name. Just get a better name.
So it's basically going to turn into Tom Cruise but younger.
We'll get a cameo in a moment from Eli Roth. Randomly, for some reason.
But why?
I have no idea. He wasn't a producer on this movie too, was he? We're entering the 90s. No. Oh, no, not yet. No, it's not yet.
Wait, this film spans decades?
It's set in the 80s, but it's sort of, it must be the tail end of the 80s where you've got like the boy band stuff starting to come in.
Does grunge come in?
No, it's boy band stuff. It's the music of my generation, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, I take that back, actually.
So we're thinking Westlife coming up next year.
We're thinking Westlife,
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
Please tell me they sing. Please tell me they sing a Backstreet Boys song in this film.
It kind of sounds like it. It's an original song for this movie, but it's basically the equivalent of. This scene. Yeah, I forgot about it. This scene's fun. Fuck it. Why not?
Oh my god.
This is in the stage show. So you got something against some manly love between Alec Baldwin and Russell Brand, Tate?
No, I have every objection to Russell Brand singing. In fact, this duet is just...
George just took a very heavy inhale.
George, we've still got 40 minutes.
It's fine. 40.
40. George, like, it's fine. 40.
I think the credits are about 8 or 10 minutes long.
Fine.
So.
It's different, like, you know, when you'd be like one of your first jobs, and you'd see the clock, and it's like 8 hours left, and you know, like psychologically, be like, I know that in 8 hours' time this will be done. It's just about managing for 8 hours. This is where I'm at. At least being progressive.
Really, he loves it. Come on, Tate. What about these?
Tate, would you watch this back to back of Hairspray?
I would watch Hairspray over this any day. Not gonna lie.
Back to back.
But Tate, the flashback sequences. What about when they're golfing together in a minute?
It's just such a poorly sung. Like even when what's his face?
It just looks like Russell Brand normally. It's like it was filmed like just before it came out.
Even when Pierce Brosnan was singing in Mamma Mia, he was duetting with someone who could sing.
The thing is, wasn't he like a musician for a bit?
He was. I think he was guitarist. So when's the sex scene to kind of between those two characters to counteract the sex scene between Tom Cruise and Silk Spectre earlier?
Oh, there isn't one, I'm afraid. There's no clothes on man action, I'm afraid, Tate.
Not even a chest bump.
Not even a chest bump. Oh no, they chest bumped earlier during the medley.
Mm.
I know this song.
Yeah. Is she wearing her stripper clothes now?
No, but during this, at the end of this song, she will be in her stripper clothes. Tate secretly clicking his heels underneath the desk.
I'm not.
He's loving it.
He is. He just doesn't want to admit it. Come on, Tate.
See, this is just what I expected, which isn't, it's not a bad thing.
You love way cheesier shit than this, Tate.
Yeah, but way cheesier shit has something.
This is funner than La La Land. There are moments in this.
No, La La Land
they're not wasting 15 minutes.
The film is
this guy has the best voice in the film, and I don't know who he is. In a minute, this guy.
He looks like that bloody psycho murderer from Daniel Day-Lewis film, The Bowling Ball.
Does he rap? Huh. Please, is he gonna rap later on?
He's in a band in a moment. It's the scene after this.
Yeah, definitely not. I get the 90s vibe now.
Yeah.
Mm. These are her stripper clothes.
Yep, she's more covered up than anyone else in there.
I know. I do not like this fact.
And I'm guessing she can't do anything on the pole.
She does a vague thing in a minute, but it's like we've seen what everyone else can do, like that. She just hangs, and then a vague kind of gyration. This is the 90s song.
Oh, the old Warner Brothers Studios logo. Oh,
Here's the thing: I would listen to this song.
This is better.
Fuck you, Tate.
the thing is, the parody angle works with this.
Eli Roth.
Hmm.
It's the Bear Jew.
Oh, Bear Jew. Donnie.
And goodbye, Eli Roth. I don't know why he has a cameo in this film. I don't know if he's friends with the director or something.
He's friends with many directors. That's how he gets into everything. It's all about who you know. Was Jay-Z around when this was set?
I'm not sure. Probably not. Like, I did grow up in the 90s. I was a 90s kid, so all those boy band, girl band music was the music that I was growing up with. And it's always got a special place in my heart. It's objectively not good, but it's my kind of cheese. Would you trust him again after he did that?
No.
Ask for it in writing.
Just
unbiased, unprejudiced, fair.
That's going to be the weirdest double act ever.
I can't remember who I went to see. Who was it? Oh my god. I went to see a band. It was like a heavy metal band, and the band they had on at the beginning as support was like a kind of poppy, so far removed. They should not have been playing at that venue with the crowd that they had, and the crowd was straight up booing, throwing bottles on the stage. It was really bad. It was some kind of like weird rap rock, but it was terrible. I think it may have been. Don't know if it was Black Sabbath, maybe. It's like you picked the wrong crowd.
He's called Heyman.
Hold on, the monkey is wearing
It's not.
the general's
The monkey's called
from
Heyman.
The Dictator. That's Sacha Baron
Oh
Cohen.
yeah, he is.
What did the headline say?
That he took all the money after the gig because that wasn't Stacey's idea. That was just the manager.
I'm going to predict the ending to this film. He fires the manager.
And he donates all his money to them.
Yeah.
He actually fires him in this scene. So.
Oh, spoilers, Chris. Damn.
Jesus, Chris. Come
Don't worry,
on.
mate. At least he's not going to look at him 10 minutes later and they'll go over the last 20 years of what life could have been. Do you know what I mean?
What? And then they say goodbye by just looking at each other from a distance. And me and Chris.
Why didn't they exchange phone numbers? I know it's like it's meant to be like an old school type movie, but it's a modern day movie. So email addresses, Skype, Facebook.
A look is enough, Chris. A look is enough.
I know, but she buggered off for flights and fancy before that.
They know for a fact that if they go and talk to each other, they're going to get back together again. It's going to repeat the cycle. They know that they are where they are.
So she's in a loveless marriage.
Yep.
Wow.
And he is
a horrific human being.
Classy bird. I always hated Emma Stone's character in La La Land. I am not on her side during that whole thing.
I am on both of their sides during the entire film. I think it's fantastic.
I find her incredibly contradictory, condescending.
They're both always after their dreams. That was always clear from the start.
They should have dreamed it all bigger, darling. There's a big tease for something next month. Imagine if Chris Moore did a musical. It'd be the best musical ever made.
God, I need to see that.
He'd be singing about
Chris Nolan, do you know, has there been a director who's gone to every genre? I think Danny Boyle's trying to make his way through.
Chris Nolan will never do a comedy.
No.
Because...
Has Spielberg done it? Has he done a comedy, an outright comedy, Spielberg?
He's doing West Side... Oh, he might not be doing West Side Story anymore if he's lost his lead.
They've already filmed it, haven't they?
Yeah, it's filmed. It's in Edison.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if they've lost their lead, there's no way.
They get Christopher Plummer in.
Well, no, they've... I'm just double-checking to see if he's done a comedy.
He's the only one I could imagine of being close.
Danny Boyle has done a lot.
Hook, would you class Hook as a comedy?
Family
adventure.
You mean all-out comedy film?
I don't think many have. It's too...
Well, I mean, Schindler's List. Come on, like one of the...
He's covered sci-fi. He's covered animated.
The war.
Yeah.
Horror with Jaws.
Yeah.
I don't think he's done an outright comedy. I think a lot of his films have comedic elements to them, but I don't think he's ever particularly done. No, maybe not.
I mean, I saw an interview with some stupid journalist got into Chris Mellon and he asked, would you do a rom-com? And it's this, like, why would you waste a 2-minute question on that? And then
But
obviously
imagine a Chris Nolan rom-com.
I don't want to imagine that.
No. It'd be very deep. It would be like the last 10 minutes of La La Land, but like the entire film in reverse.
If he did a black and white noir, though, noir romance, that could work. Take it back to his Memento days and Doodlebug.
Hold on.
If bring back Marion Cotillard.
Why the fuck is he still wearing it outside of...
It's like Rob Pattinson.
Wow, this new Batman suit sucks.
It's like Back to the Future meets Batman.
Oh, this would be the Robin, right? This would...
Yeah.
Do we just want a film where it's just Batman going around the world hiring all the other Batman?
Yes.
Like, imagine him meeting the Christian Bale one. It carries on from the scene with Michael Caine. He nods his head. There's a third table. Michael Keaton also nods his head.
Oh my God! Don't play with my emotions like that.
Would you love the Dark Knight Rises if that changed?
I would. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we can't get Kilmer, can we? We could get Clooney. We could get Clooney. Bring him back. Pay him what he wants. See, like, what she's wearing now, right, compared to what she was a minute ago?
Way more revealing.
Exactly. I don't understand this. I asked him to piss on me.
I had a jellyfish thing.
Is that a reference to what I think it is? A jellyfish thing? What's a jellyfish thing?
Friends.
Oh, okay.
You know, a jellyfish apparently makes the stings better.
It's quite funny because she doesn't actually have to change her name into a stripper name. She could just be called Sherry. Give it up for Sherry.
Dude, she's making all kinds of money. Just
What's with the really deep music?
Actually, Chris, here's a question. Would you rather be a stripper or in a boy band?
Boy band? You kidding me?
But oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I'd rather be in a stripper boy band. It's a brand new thing.
I hear they do birthday parties.
Christ, I hope not. So, kids, we couldn't hire the clowns, so... Oh, it's that song by that band. George, we're almost through it. We're almost through it.
I just checked the timing and that's what to do. It's just more musicals. It's when like you think it stops and then another song starts. So when will this nightmare end?
You can kill some clickers in a bit. It's all good.
I'm probably gonna be like traumatized from this.
They're waiting from you.
I'm playing in the flashbacks at the minute with Brock Lesnar, so. Is this going to be like the where they keep having the fade-ins to the other people montage sad song?
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Yay.
I mean, I'm telling you for this. This is.
I bet the taxi driver's just like fucking rolling his eyes, like, what the fuck is she doing singing on my fucking taxi?
This is
Either
like
that, or you'd be blasting out really loud music just to like drown her out.
This is like the played out cinematic version of what goes on in your head when you're listening to like a power ballad with your head leaning against a window with the rain, right? And you pretend you're in a music video. Tate, I bet you've done that. You've listened to a song and pretended you're in a music video. We've all done it. At one point in our lives, we've all done it.
I've not. Not the sad window thing.
Not the sad window thing, no.
Is that guitar even plugged in? Oh, it's got a lead. Is it a wireless?
It's a Bluetooth.
Oh, okay.
Do they do them yet? Bluetooth guitars?
Probably. I don't know. Maybe.
Let's go on Dragon's Den. Change everything.
Please tell me that she comes back in the final scene wearing the Silk Spectre outfit.
She does not, unfortunately.
Fuck.
For that, you're going to have to watch Watchmen.
0 out of 10 film.
I mean, you did have Tom Cruise singing into her ass earlier in the movie. Like, what more do you want, Tate? If you want to see fully naked Silk Spectre, watch Watchmen.
Yeah, true.
That is a much more awkward musical number than anything in this movie.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I remember watching Watchmen with your parents is.
Oh, Michael Jackson's Thriller. I just saw that. Was that Queen's Jazz as well?
Bad's in the
Quiet Riot. Oh, there you go. There you go.
She's finally wearing a stripper outfit. This is meant to be emotional, but I feel nothing for this. This is what it must have been like for George watching La La Land. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
it's every musical is the same.
And
in the sense of my reaction to it.
Oh, is that?
Pregnant. Oh.
I'm trying to remember where the extended scene comes in, where they do Rocky Like a Hurricane, where Stacey Jacks comes to the strip club and asks for a dance off Sherry.
I doubt that'd be an extended. Surely that'd be in the normal version.
No,
this is like Lord of the Rings. How extended is the extended?
That's a very good question.
It's like Lord of the Rings where it doubles.
It's an extra 20 minutes.
Oh, Def Leppard.
Oh, here we go. Comparison.
Oh God.
I know.
Oh God.
He's not been seen since his was it the fake terrorist attack he did? What was it?
Yeah.
Was it bomb on the train?
I think it was. It's about 13 minutes extra in the extended edition. George is like, thank God we're not watching that version.
I thought you were talking about Deadpool then. Sorry, I just got other bad memories of other films. And he was like the one awkward thing in Ready Player One because I think the bomb thing had just happened.
Oh, was he the voice of that villain character?
He was like basically what he is now, just the troll.
Oh, that accent though.
God, it's like bloody Bane speech.
And rip them from their decadent nests.
He could have stopped Bane and Marion Cotillard.
So I think that's those two on his right. I know that guy's Sebastian Bach from Skid Row, and I can't remember where the other guy's from. I think maybe Boston.
She's gonna have a big revelation where she sings.
She sang earlier.
Oh, I didn't like the heavy metal. It's not even heavy metal.
Well, she sings "We're Not Gonna Take It" in a minute when it does the medley. It's not my fault, guys. It was the randomizer, okay? No hard feelings.
No, one of my friends just texted me because he realized musicals. And I just put, I'm watching ... Rock of Ages. And the reply was, she loves it so much, it's so good. So
Right. Your friend's got the right idea.
she wants police brutality. It's like these people that keep ringing 911 for no reason. It's like Bane again.
Zeta-Jones!
There's many steps in that.
Imagine if this entire film he was blind and he's able to tell people from the feel of their boobs.
Break.
No, I will break you.
We're almost there.
It's like a marathon.
Tate, you love it, and you know you do.
I love musicals. This...
You like Mamma Mia?
Yes.
What does Mamma Mia have that this film doesn't have?
ABBA.
Consistent acting and ABBA.
But I wouldn't watch it too because this doesn't have James Bond singing.
It does have Ethan Hunt singing, so from one spy genre to the other.
Also, good set pieces within the songs. Really good set pieces.
That might be fair, actually. I haven't seen Mamma Mia for that, so...
Isn't it all green screen?
No, they filmed it in Crete, Greece.
I thought that video came up last year, like basically everyone went mental because it turned out that pretty much all of it.
The second film they used a lot of green screen. First film they didn't. They filmed on location. This is how Tom Cruise actually kisses.
He actually does. I've seen Top Gun in the famous silhouette sex scene. Yeah, he's a bit of an awkward kisser.
Oh no. I know it's a parody, but...
Well, Tate, on record, said that this is the best song in the film, so...
This is the same song as earlier?
Yeah.
Oof. I regret saying that. He's the only one singing. Just pointing that out.
Lip syncing. Yeah, but that was kind of a lot of boy band things, right? I know they all chipped in, but you always had one kind of, or two main ones, and then the others were just kind of there.
That's the most believable thing I've seen in the film so far, right there.
Really? I think she'd dub him in place if she just saw that. But
the only time that I've actually believed these two being together, right there.
So you're admitting that it's a better love story than La La Land?
No, because no way. This film is nowhere near La La Land in any level.
I would disagree.
Oh, they got choreography though. Damn.
Is this a fight scene or
the second greatest bathroom fight scene from Tom Cruise?
To like reload his fists. Why does he look like thinking about Stranger Things now?
Oh, yeah, the guy with the hair. Yeah. Steve?
Alexi?
That was probably a puppet. When I first watched that and he was like, Rock will never die. Oh, Wilhelm scream. And then it cut. I thought the monkey just blanked him. And it was like the most awkward denial of a high five. Oh, here we go. Let's get it over with. Steve Perry? Oh. So I'm assuming he just wrote the rest of the song then, apart from like the opening couple of lines. Oh no, he did write it and he handed it her, didn't he? He says, I finished the song.
It is a tune, it can't be denied.
Mm-hmm.
Is he actually going to use the guitar this time?
I think he hits two power chords.
What, at the start? Dun dun. Is that
Yeah.
it?
Well, it's technically one power chord, isn't it? Yeah, that's your lot. No more guitar.
Why does this sound like a more poppy version?
Because it's got pop singers singing it.
Yeah.
And this was probably after Glee as well.
Well, that's what I mean. It was, but it was around that same kind of period. But it just felt really. Glee had already ran this song into the ground, and then this song just came and finished it off. Really, love the song. Don't get me wrong. The original song is fantastic, but these kind of pop versions of it.
He looks like someone that's like come out wrong from an apocalypse. like Channing Tatum and This Is the End.
Do you remember the video game Brutal Legend with Jack Black?
Yeah.
Like the apocalyptic. Yeah, someone from that.
George Fort's The Movie It Never Ends, It Goes On and on.
Oh, The man who wrote the song, Steve Perry. Oh, yeah, Von Colt. Yeah. What is she wearing? I don't know any 80s musician that ever wore anything remotely like that.
Oh, I get it. They're at a world tour now because they're famous.
Yes.
So was this like... Oh, hello. Catherine Zeta-Jones in full leather. So was this like Von Colt's song featuring Stacey Jacks? Or is this Stacey Jacks's gig featuring...
Is he the support? Yeah, like, is he gone to the support act now?
I'm guessing it's Stacey Jacks's gig because it's got Arsenal everywhere and he's just sort of called them on for the ending, right? So
I assume so. So time has passed then. Or he's a rock star. He has that power to immediately make someone
impregnate someone. There was no father.
This feels longer than the actual song.
Yeah.
Is it just me?
They probably dragged it out a little bit.
Oh, that would be LA Dodgers baseball stadium then.
Once upon a time in ... Hollywood.
Oh, is that the Weinstein Company logo?
Some straight up Drew Struzan action going with these end credits. Oh, actually, no, it's like Take On Me, a song, the music video to that. Made it
the credits.
Yeah.
I feel like this was a survival.
He got third billing.
I really like the credits, actually, how they did them.
It's like these storyboards, and they've kind of animated them, hasn't it?
Tate's smiling. There we go. That's all we needed.
I am smiling at the end credit.
No, that wasn't a smiling at the end credits kind of smile. That was a smiling because
it was Bryan Cranston being spanked again. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll do it for you, Tate. Alec Baldwin and Russell Brand didn't do it, but by God, Bryan Cranston getting spanked. Speaking of spanking, there was Heyman spanking that chick again. Heyman gets credited over Tom Cruise. Well, I mean, we have to close out the credits, don't we?
Oh, now it's recommending the disaster artist.
Oh,
We
have 5 minutes and counting. Then
George, you guys get me in because my Netflix just said something went wrong.
Oh,
so, I guess
I've still got it on here, so just got under 5 minutes now. So we'll just round off. Right, you guys have the floor. I know you fucking hated it. Tell me why.
It's more the genre. It's not personally against this film.
Yeah.
For me, it's where it stands in the genre. It is a jukebox musical, and once again, like I said, it's hit and miss. For me, this was a miss. I don't know whether there wasn't enough unique individual songs which are outside the film. I know that you can't really change that based off the actual musical it was based off. But it felt like
What do you mean by that? Because I mean, ABBA's a jukebox musical which solely features ABBA songs. That's the whole point of a jukebox musical.
Yeah. This film just I don't really know how to say it, but it was missing something. Whether it was the leads needed to change or something like that, whether it needed its own individual song to make it stand apart. I mean, the reason why I love Mamma Mia is because not only does it remind you of the old ABBA songs, but in the film itself, the set pieces are amazing. The acting is actually good between scenes. With this film, the two leads aren't the best actors. And I'll be honest, they're not the correct singers for this type of film. It's very difficult to like something when the two leads of the film are dragging it down that far. So for me, it's a very meh film. Some of the songs, sure, I enjoyed. Some of the parts of the film were funny. I like that. It is very tongue-in-cheek, but at the same time, when your entire film is based off those two lead characters and you need to have the enthusiasm of at least one of them to kind of get the film going somewhere, it's very underwhelming.
No, I'll agree with that. I mean, I even outright said at the beginning, I don't like the two leads in this film. I think if you'd gone with a different take, maybe more like the stage show where, you know, they are sleeping around. It's not trying to be this Disney kind of love at first sight love story. And it does.
They have the justification of it, but at the same time, they have the scene with like Tom Cruise, like stripping someone off. They say the word shit a couple of times. It's like, pick a side. Are you going to be a PG film? Are you going to be something a little bit more kind of raunchy?
I would have liked sort of 15 rated version of this film. I think that this film could have done better if it had maybe had a bit more grittiness to it. You know, drugs, sex, drugs, rock and roll kind of thing, and just gone those places with it. You could have still had it be light and fun. Rocket Man was light and fun and was still a 15 rated film, and I think maybe it could have benefited from that. I think in terms of the musical numbers, I don't think any of them are filmed particularly well. The editing is very rapid, and I know that it has to be that to match the pace of the song, but there doesn't really seem to be any good coverage. There doesn't seem to be any moments where the camera pulls back, like Moulin Rouge, for example, where that's the cinematography and that's fantastic. The camera pulls back when it needs to. The only reason I like this film is literally just the music. I love the music. I love this whole scene, decade, and everything. It's just a fun movie. If I want to just escape for like 2 hours and not even think about it and just have some fun 80s music, I'll just throw on this movie. It's an absolute guilty pleasure movie through and through for me. And it's not trying to be anything different. That's exactly what it set out to be, and that's what it achieved. So
that's fair.
My thing is with musicals turned films turned musicals. They weren't designed to be films. That's where you get. That's my issues with stuff like this. And when you've got the stages and it's so clearly not meant to be in this film. I get they did it, and they put a lot of money into this film. It was 75 million. But it's just hard to think, why did it need that film adaptation? I don't mean that to sound cruel or anything.
Well, because. What did you say came out? Mamma Mia came out before this, or Hairspray, or whatever it was, or.
And this is the thing, like, and this was that you don't really get it anymore. It was the whole trend of the late noughties, and obviously now you get a lot of films. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say the stage show has a lot of elements as well, where they interact with the audience and they get involved with it, and there's a lot of elements from that don't make it into this, which I think makes the stage show more enjoyable.
You said in the film there was some things, because you've seen the stage show and you've also obviously seen the film. What were the things that you would say improved on the stage show from in the film? What did they do better in the film than they did on the stage show?
I like the sort of villain aspect in this, quote unquote villain, the whole political side of things with the like the mayor and the mayor's wife, which is more sort of historical kind of what was going on during the scene, rather than just a colourful, campy, German guy who wants to bulldoze it to make a complex or something. It just feels really kind of out of place. He's a fun character in the stage show, but I don't think it would have translated well in the film. So I like how they changed that. That's kind of it, really. I have only seen the stage show once, and it was quite a while back, so my memory is very hazy. But I like the characters more in the stage show because they're not perfect. There's no kind of Stacey Jacks does not have any kind of long lost love kind of thing, or fallen in love with Constance Sack. He is literally just like a David Lee Roth kind of guy. He just shouts everything that moves, essentially, and that's his character through and through. I think the character I think the stage show ends where he inadvertently sleeps with like an underage girl or something, is just like completely blacklisted and just, publicly disgraced and everything like that. And his career's over. So
he's technically the villain in the film.
Yeah. Well, not in the stage show. He's basically Rum Tum Tugger in the stage show. That's how he's performed, whereas Tom Cruise really didn't go with that. I don't know if that was a direction thing. I don't know if that was Tom Cruise's choice. I'm not really sure.
I genuinely think that if they were given the opportunity, Tom Cruise would absolutely take a pay dip and just wear a cat suit and be in Cats.
Well, I mean, we practically did see his butthole, right, in the opening establishing shot of his character in this film. So there is that.
Is there a butthole cut of this film?
Probably. Right. I'm going to let George get off because I know he needs to play Last of Us, and I don't want to deprive him any longer. We made it. I promise. Well, actually, it was a randomizer, wasn't it? It wasn't even my decision to watch this film.
It's fair. It's a randomizer. That's what they're there for.
Completely random.
Thank you to everyone that tuned in, watched along. I think we've got a couple people still there, I think, maybe. Let us know if you enjoy Rock of Ages. You clearly have if you stuck around this longer, unless you just wanted to see George and Tayte slip slowly into madness. We will be back on Thursday with another quiz. That was indeed why we even did this video. It was a musical. We're back with the quiz at 8:30 p.m. UK time, and it will be on musicals. And look out for a potential Rock of Ages question in there. You might have an advantage on a couple of questions in there if you did watch our stream. So that'll do it for us for tonight, and stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one.